วัสดีค่ะ It's me, Teya Suchira. If you want to know more about Thailand, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you will not miss anything about my country. For this video, I want to say namaste to all of my Indian friends. The news today could be a good news for you, but before I starting to read this news, I have 3 things to ask you. First one is please watch this video until the end. Why? It's just because of I prepare a whole this information, particularly for you guys who are living in India. And also when you watch this video, it's just like you support me to earn some little income from YouTube. So please kindly watch until the end. Please don't ask me the same question about what I say in this video. The second one is this information is from news. If you are from any other countries which is not allowed to come to Thailand, or your country or Thailand is not open the border for your country to come to Thailand yet, you probably feel like, why don't you tell me about my country? Why I mentioned only India? Why not my country? Please, I found this news from the public. It's just like a news that I read. So if you want to know information about when you can come to Travel Thailand, or any extra information about your country when you are allowed to come to Thailand, the best thing is you have to contact Thai embassy in your country, and that could be the good answer for you. For myself, if I don't see in the news, you and I also know the same. So if you want to know more, you have to contact to the Thai embassy. As me, if I want to know about your country, I also have to contact the Thai embassy as well. So I'm sorry, this is information that I get from the news for India today. The last one is, please don't ask me when Thailand going to open for India, because nobody know. But I hope that this news can be like a good sign for you to estimate that when you can starting to prepare to travel Thailand, because it's like a good hope. But I have some detail, not just only open and then it's going to be crazy fun. Anyway, if you're ready, let me starting to read the news for you guys. Woohoo! The Thai embassy in Mumbai and also Thai embassy in New Delhi give us information that the situation of COVID-19 in India is starting to be better, and people starting to get more relaxed because many people, they have less cases, they get better, and then they don't have to be in a hospital. As a mass, like the way of the how to say in English? Yes, I know what to say. The vaccine distribution. The vaccination distribution is quite good right now. Especially India, they have 2 types of vaccine that they get, which is Covid and also Covaxin. Since the beginning of this year, there are lots of people who is older than 18 years old already get vaccination for 5 million doses. And then until right now, people get a vaccine for more than 600 million doses, which is very good. So right now, the population in India already got 2 doses of vaccination for about 10.3%, which is very good. And also, the Indian government announced that they wanted to give vaccination for people in New Delhi and Mumbai for 100%, completely 100% within October this year. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. So talking about Thailand, Thailand is like one of the big top destination for Indian who love to travel Thailand, because 1, it's not too far, and 2, they don't have to pay for the visa on arrival, or people call VOA. Before we starting to have a COVID-19, we got Indian travelers come here for 1,009, oh my God, 1,961,069 people. I'm so sorry. Let me write down the number. But that amount of people is about 25.48%, which is around 44,688 baht per person. And people usually stay generally for about 7 days per person, and Thailand could generate income for more than 80 million baht, which is around 19.69%. And India is just like number 3 from top 6 of the tourists who come here before COVID-19. And also before, we got about like 300 flights per week from India coming to Thailand. You can see that how much Indian tourists can generate a lot of income for Thailand. So right now, the Tourism Authority Thailand, they're having some like 3 considerations. First one is Indian tourists. They still really want to come to Thailand because so many Indians have a question like when Thailand is going to open, when Thailand is going to open. You can believe me, even though I'm not working for Tourism Authority of Thailand, but a lot of you guys who subscribe my channel, some of you like ask me almost every video. Please raise your hand. Is that you? The second one is the policy of getting in and out, arrival and departure procedure of India is not quite complicated, because if Indians leave the country and on the way when they return, they have to do like they have to just report online, and also they have to show the COVID-19 free within 72 hours, and also they have to do a self-quarantine. They have to do self-monitoring for 14 days. That is quite easy, right? You don't have to quarantine like when you come to Thailand, right? Even though traveling during COVID-19 is quite complicated for Indian tourists, but there are still a lot of the people who travel, but they travel by like a commercial flight. And India also have like it's called like air bubble agreement with 28 countries. So the air bubble agreement with 28 countries, for example, like Maldives, Russia, Sri Lanka, Germany, and Canada. That is, for example. So it means that it doesn't seem like Indian tourists who have a lot of money. It doesn't seem like it's their travel at all, because no matter how expensive it is, they also can travel at anywhere. About the information of the millionaire or very rich Indian traveling, for myself, I would like to share my experience with you. Actually 2 times, I had an experience to take care of the number 3 richest Indian in India, from India, traveling Thailand. The way they travel, oh my God. I just can't imagine like, oh my God, do they know that the money, like you got to work hard to make money? Because when I pick them up, it's like they come with a shuttle flight, and then I pick up another person who they get invitation. Another person who get invitation also have another shuttle flight. So they park one plane and another plane next to each other. This is the Indian life that I've seen, and they are my customers. And then they just, when they meet, they just talk, and I look at them like, excuse me, that is a plane. That is a charter flight. That is a private plane. That is a private plane. Like, they park it like a motorbike. And they park the plane like parking a motorbike. Get off from the motorbike. like it's no cost at all. So I just feel like, wow, like For rich people, they are really, really, really rich. And when they come to Travel Thailand, I had an experience that person who came, he just like rent a whole area, rent everything like they own a whole country, like they own a whole hotel, five-star hotel. That is like very good experience for me to learn about like highest class in India. So when I hear about the news that they travel with a commercial flight, something like that, I have nothing to argue because I've seen those people and I feel like, oh my God, life is like so different. That is some of my experience that I want to share with you a little bit. Well, in the June of 2021, Thomas Cook have some questionnaire asking for some Indian that where they would like to go, which destination that Indian would love to go. And they found that Indian like to go to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Maldives, and of course, Thailand. For opening Indian to come into Thailand at the moment, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs right now starting to let some group of the Indian to do COE or a certificate of entry. Anybody who come here, they're starting to do it since 25th of August this year, but it's just only for like business people or anyone who work in Thailand, they got work permit, they are allowed to come along with their family. And also they have to come with a charter flight. They have to do a state quarantine in Bangkok for 14 nights. But after this, they are going to starting to look and see the possibility of how to get next group to come to Thailand. So I starting to get so excited for many of you guys who are looking forward to come here. Hopefully it's going to be the tourist group. So it's going to be your turn who are looking forward to come back to Thailand. Now they have the travel agent for about 300 travel agents all over India. They say that about 94% Indians still really want to come to Thailand, but it's all depending on the safety of COVID-19, activities of how they travel here, and the last one, the price. Of course, if it's a good deal, everybody want to come here, right? They still usually have a chance to travel here, to travel Thailand just only not more than 7 days. And the travel agent right now, they are just looking to focus to get a market of Indian, which is like a middle class Indian to the high class Indian to travel here as a first group. So in the future of 2022, they think the group of Indian who are coming here first is going to be first mover. They call that group as a first mover, which is going to be a group of the Gulf and also millennials. So millennials is like young generation, right? And the last one is a wedding group. Just for your information, if some of you don't know about it, there are lots of Indian people come to do Indian party. They get married here. And you probably feel like, oh, why come here? Why don't you get married in that country? It's just because of that it's worth it money to get married in Thailand, especially as I mentioned before, that a person who got money, it doesn't seem like it's expensive for them at all. So coming to Thailand, the cost of the getting married is much more attractive than getting married in their country. Some people come here with a charter flight. Again, charter flight with a whole family coming here. Part of my job, I'm not just only tourist guide. Another job I do is event organizer. I think if you've watched my video about Miss Universe, you know it. I'm not Miss Universe, but I was like part of that staff. SMS another job that I've done quite a lot many years ago, that I did a lot of Indian wedding. So I know that it's quite good business between Indian and also Thai organizer because they have to prepare everything. And Indian wedding, oh my God. Indian wedding is like, it doesn't seem like you never could end. You can just keep going, keep going, and next. So not 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, like, oh my God. Maybe they drink, maybe they drink Red Bull. Are they tired? For me, I was so tired. Working for Indian wedding is like, wow, it's very hard work. And a bride and a groom, people have so much energy. But thank you for coming to Thailand and give a business to Thailand, because the Indian wedding is also bring us a lot of income in the country. And especially another one is Bollywood. A lot of the Indian also came here to Thailand to make a lot of film, a lot of movies. So in case any of you work in movie, Bollywood, you need some extra who's Thai, I know someone. Today I'm a little crazy, sorry about it. Anyway, so they think that Indian who already got vaccination from the main cities in India probably would be like in, I'm still crazy, probably would be like in Q4. So it's around like 1st of October until 31st of December. Hopefully, CCSA in Thailand is going to relax a little bit to let the tourists to get in without a quarantine, and hopefully would have like a flight operated for some main cities from India, for example, like New Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, Chennai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. Hopefully, it's going to be at least one flight a week. One flight a week and around 250 seats, including for 14 weeks. They're going to consider from a seat. They hopefully it's going to be about like 21,000 seats. And if it's like that, Thailand would generate income for more than 938 million baht. I'm so bad with the number, really. If it's not flight operate, at least they probably could operate shuttle flight. Hopefully they could operate like once a week from two main cities of India, which is New Delhi and also Mumbai. And if it's like that, hopefully it's going to be like 150 seats per flight. And altogether for 14 weeks, there hopefully is going to be Indian tourists come to Thailand for 4,200 people. And hopefully at least they would generate income for like 187 million baht. I'm going to put the number down here. I'm very sorry about it. So this is a plan, and this information made me feel like I'm quite happy for many of you who are looking forward to come back to Thailand. And also, I know that many of you are just waiting to come back to Thailand with so many reasons. Some of you come for education, your family, your work, your business, or anything like that. So you wait for a long time, right? Just wait for a few more months. Hopefully it's going to be better than this. And of course, Thailand wants everyone to come to Thailand. But just because of the Thailand itself is not quite good organized with the how to control the COVID-19, and also they have to look for another country as well. If they like too many people, it could be a little bit hesitating. But until the next report about when Thailand is going to make a decision to open for Indian to travel Thailand, by now, I have some question in my mind, like when you hear about this, don't just feel like, yes! Don't feel like that, because I still believe that if Thailand open for you guys to come here, it wouldn't be like it's back to be normal like before. It's going to be a lot of rule. This is my personal opinion, okay? You don't have to believe me, but this is what I think. The reason I think is just because of I look at Phuket Sandbox. That is how they treat it to tourists in Phuket Sandbox. And also even Samui Plus is a little bit a loss of the restriction. In case they open for the tourists to come in Q4 from October, I am still quite, how can I say, confident? A bit confident that it's going to be restriction. So when they say that, oh, we want you to come here without a quarantine, sounds good, right? But without having a quarantine, in my opinion, I still think they would give you a limited area, like a seal route. They would not let you go crazy like before. I don't think so. So please keep eyes on the information and let's see what is the next rule they're going to give you. So then you can just make a decision after you hear the next information about what Thailand is going to do with the tourists who's coming here in Q4. So at least you know this news. In case some of you have a family, you want to come back to Thailand, I think it's going to be a good time for you to come back. And hopefully, if Thailand can operate a flight for commercial flight for any of you guys to come here, hopefully the cost of traveling would be cheaper, hopefully, or even just like a more reasonable price, then you can come here without any hesitating. However, I don't think they're going to drop the COE or a process of the application or SHA Plus hotel, something like that. I don't think they're going to drop it, especially COE. So in case in the future, if you feel like you're ready to come here but you don't get used to with the all the application, all the registration or the document or anything like that, you have friends named Suchira. She can help you. Am I selling? Am I selling? Anyway, this is all what I want to tell you today. And you feel like the information today is bring you happiness and it's useful, you are more than welcome to share this news to your friends. I think many of you want to know about this as well. And also, if you are interested to learn more about Thai culture, please make sure to subscribe. Even though right now my channel is focused a lot about news, how to get you here, but it's just because of it's during COVID-19. So I want to support you to just know how to get to Thailand freely during COVID-19. But after everything is all gone, I will get back to focus to Thailand information. So please make sure to subscribe because I still have so many things that I wish to share with you. And also, if you appreciate it with information that you get today, you feel like you want to support my channel, you want to buy me a coffee or chai, you can have a look in the description how to buy me a coffee. For today, thank you so much for watching until the end. Did you watch until the end? Yes, right. I'll see you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ